Hello and welcome to Seen Through Glass, and welcome to my next daily. Yes, we've done it. This is my new daily, the Porsche 718 Cayman S, the car that is replacing that little yellow Abarth 695 Piposto. And I would not be in this car, I would not have been able to purchase it without the man, the myth, the legend, Tony from Gravelwood Car Sales. Tony, get over here, you joker. Here he is, appearing behind his Ferrari.
Hello.
Thank you so much.
Like it?
I am so happy.
Good.
Now, you may recognise this car because we did actually test drive it for the My Next Daily series. This is the exact 718 Cayman S that we drove. And I think, off camera, I did get into that car and say to you, Tony, I think we found it.
I knew then.
Yeah, we both knew pretty much
knew.
straight away. And of course, as always, the master has managed to negotiate a deal beyond all deals, which meant that this car is now, I don't think daily is the right word, because how on earth could a Cayman be a daily? It's just my second car. I'm that kind of douchebag now that I have two cars. You're about 10, so I don't know why I'm looking
60.
at you. Yes, but anyway, this is it. The beautiful in crayon white? Crayon 718 Cayman S. Now, it's not only Tony that I need to thank for getting me into this car, I also have to do a big shout out for Magntiude Finance, the heroes that have financed, I think, my last 5 cars. They are wizards when it comes to numbers, and I'm going to do a whole nother video talking about car financing, because it's just, I still think it needs explaining better, but with their work and with Tony's masterwork, this is now my second car. I have a Ferrari and a Porsche. I'm officially that douchebag. It is mind-blowing. So, with all the excitement now starting to calm down a bit, let me talk you through all of the details of this car. So anyone who watched the My Next Daily series will know that we did test drive this car, so you would have seen it before, but still I want to show you just how amazing I think it is. After the test drive, Porsche announced that they were doing a 718 Cayman and Boxster GTS. But what I find amazing is that this car is very close to being a GTS. Apart from the additional power, it pretty much has every option that the GTS has, but it's actually an S. So that fact means that it's available right now and it's more affordable than the GTS would be. So we have the black sports pack, which I think is a near essential. It gives this sort of more aggressive front bumper in gloss black and the gloss black splitter. Now, I'm a big fan of these wheels personally, again with a black finish. They're an optional extra. We've got red brake calipers. Round the back, we continue. Actually, no, sorry. Oh God, I'm so excited. These are the special Porsche LED headlights. So you get the sort of four dots, which actually I really like. I'll try and turn those on in a second and show you. Black side intakes there. We have the LED tinted rear tail lights as well. Sports exhaust. Again, sport rear bumper and diffuser. You have the sort of body coloured parts of the diffuser. This has got the PASM kit, the Porsche active suspension mode. It's got, as I say, the sports exhaust. Inside, pretty straightforward, black leather, which is very nice. Cayman S badge there. What else? Sport chrono. It's just, I mean, as I say, not only is this an incredible car in my opinion, but I think the spec is bloody fantastic. Oh, this is so nice, mate. Thank you so much. I own a Porsche. Who would have thought? And a Ferrari. I know. I didn't want to say that. Yeah, that's gonna sink in at some point. But who would have thought a Porsche?
Good brand, mate.
Honestly, as always, thank you so much. I'm super excited. Time to drive away. I'll try not to. Congratulations. Cheers, buddy. See you soon. I can't quite get over the fact that this is what I'm going to be driving when I choose not to drive the Ferrari. Now, if you followed the My Next Daily series, you will know that I talked a lot about my desire to own like an SUV 4x4, and in fact, in the final test drive, I said it had kind of boiled down to this 718 Cayman S or an Audi SQ5. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, you know what, I don't have kids, I don't have a lot of friends, I don't have a lot of stuff. I don't need an SUV yet. I've got plenty of time in my life to have a bigger car. Right now is the time that I can get away with being ludicrous and having 2 sports cars in my garage. So at that point I was like, well, what am I doing thinking about getting a big 4x4 versus this? A true and honest sports car, and arguably one of the best sports cars you can buy. The Cayman has forever been absolutely championed for its kind of chassis and its feel when you're driving it. And obviously it's an entry-level Porsche, it's not a 911, but for me that's kind of perfect, because I think if I had tried to stretch to a 911 like I originally thought I might want to do, it would have been too much, and it probably would have overshadowed the Ferrari too much. But for those of you thinking, oh my god, his second car is quicker or better than the 360, it's so different. I'm sure if you put these cars on a track, 360 and 718 Cayman S, this car probably would be quicker. But it's all to do with feeling. This, let's not forget, is a turbocharged car. It is no longer naturally aspirated like the previous generation or like the 360. So the sensation you get when driving is very different. Also, this is a Porsche. It's brilliant, but it's very sort of precise. You know, everything feels super engineered. The Ferrari's just like, Wah! But that's why I love this as my sort of more usable car. As I mentioned, I'm going to stop calling this my daily, because I think it's just fundamentally ridiculous to call a car like this a daily. It is just my second car, and the car that I will probably use more often. And the more I thought about it as well is that I love sports cars. I love being in quick, sporty cars. And if I choose not to drive the 360, I still want to be in a sports car. And this feels so special. I don't know if it's just the Porsche badge or the looks, the fact that it's mid-engine, the way that the arches go over the front wheels. It's just a proper sense of occasion and exciting and thrilling and but then it's also super usable. The turbocharging, as controversial as it may have been, has made it really easy to drive around town. You get super performance at low end revs. It's great on fuel. But then when you want to get going, oh my god, it's quick. Something I hadn't understood about Porsches properly is how long the travel is on the throttle pedal. You think, oh, this is a quick car. And then you realise that you've still got another mile to go in throttle pedal travel, and suddenly it becomes even quicker. So it's a great car on a day-to-day basis. I've got a boot in the front, a boot in the back, I've got Bose sound system, I've got heated steering wheel, heated seats, aircon, Apple CarPlay. Oh, it's the latest Porsche technology. It's such a nice place to be. The seats are super comfortable, but as I say, I feel sporty, ready and raring to go. At the minute we're just in standard sport mode. I haven't even got my sports exhaust on. It's a little bit drony. Tiny bit drony, so for YouTube, not ideal, but this, I mean, who would have thought it? I didn't. If you'd asked me 6 months ago, are you thinking about getting a Porsche, I would have said not a chance in hell. But somehow something has happened to me and I've ended up in arguably one of the best cars around. Controversial, I know. I hope that my ownership experience is going to give an opportunity for those of you thinking about upgrading the 981 or moving to a Cayman, that just because this is a turbocharged 4-cylinder It is not a disaster. I hope to be able to show you that this is a fantastic car. And speaking of which, manual mode, Sport Plus. Now, Sport Plus isn't for those messing around. You don't get the pops and the crackles from the exhaust anymore. This is for ultimate performance. And my God, is it quick in this mode? It's just terrifying. I'm gonna have so much fun in this car. Wherever I go, I can just get that performance. You know, my favourite thing, again, something I didn't know about Porsches, and especially about this car in particular, which I'm not going to show you right now because I've got a white van in front of me. I have this thing called like the overboost button, or like push for overtake, right in the middle of my sort of like Magntiude for my mode select, is this button that is so addictive to push that gives you everything. You get full power, full everything for 20 seconds. So look. Pushed it, 20 seconds. And I'm on the bridge because I'm going to go in the back of that van. But I just constantly find myself with my finger hovering over that button, just wanting to push it. I've come down the possibly worst road to first show you this car. Actually, there's a tractor there as well. So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to head back into London and just start to let the fact sink in that I now own a Ferrari and a Porsche. Unbelievable. I'm so happy and so excited to be able to share this with you guys. Once again, a huge thanks to Tony from Gravelwood Car Sales for helping with the entire search and then also securing this car, and also to Magntiude Finance for making the numbers work, letting me, or allowing me to be able to stretch myself slightly and get into probably the best car that I was looking at. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe for plenty more videos to come.